Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Hazy here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day, and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. It's a lot of great books out this week, lots of cool things to talk about. Going to start with the Marvel guys because this is Iron Fist #1. The Master of Kunlun is now returning in his own ongoing series. I am one of the few people that's really digging the Netflix show. Everybody's capping on it, everybody's hating on it. I think it's really cool. I've always been a big fan of Iron Fist. I go way back to the old Power Man and Iron Fist book. Good stuff. There's some great art in this book. So even if you hate the new show, pick this book up this week because good stories, good art. Some cool kung fu action. Big fan of Iron Fist. It's a rough time these days for my Avengers. This is Captain America's Steve Rogers #14. My man Cap is Hydra these days, and that's pretty rough. And my man Thor, this is Unworthy Thor #5, the last issue of the Red Hot miniseries. Like I say, Captain America is not really Captain America, Thor is not really Thor, and Invincible Iron Man is not really Invincible Iron Man. But all three of these books are really, really awesome. Been a big fan of that Steve Rogers book. I've really been liking Unworthy Thor like everybody. Invincible Iron Man here exploded out of the gate a couple months ago. That's your new Guardians of the Galaxy on the cover there. Of course, I like anything with Ben Grimm in it. Uncanny Inhumans is your only IVX book of the week. This should wrap up all of that Inhumans versus X-Men stuff. And Extraordinary X-Men is your only X book for the week. This is your last issue of Extraordinary X-Men. We'll get X-Men Prime either next week or the week after, which will reboot all of the X-Men stuff. Elektra, second issue of her new series, continuing the Running with the Devil stuff that's been going on in Daredevil and Kingpin and Bullseye and Elektra. Really happy to see them expanding the Daredevil universe because he's kind of only been in the one book forever. Hulk, your latest issue of the new Hulk. My lady Jennifer Walters is your new Hulk these days. This book has also been really, really solid. Great stories, great art. I've got all of the other issues in, so if you've missed this one by chance, grab that first issue and see what it's all about. Kind of a different take on good old She-Hulk. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, another one of the great Ladies of Marvel books. Cool X-Men tie-in there. And Gamora, another recently launched title that's doing really, really well. So everybody's into this Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. This one and Rocket Raccoon are your grounded books for the week. Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, the not quite continuity extracurricular Spider book, and Spider-Gwen are your Spider books for the week. This one concludes the team up with Miles Morales. Good stuff there. Speaking of team-ups, Doctor Strange and the Punisher. It's Doc Strange Punisher #4. Again, if this one's been sliding under your radar, I've got the other issues in stock. You should really pick it up. It's fun to see these two very, very different characters teaming up in the same adventure. Black Panther keeps on rolling this week. Another book with great, great art. The Prowler, another book that might be flying under your radar, but you spider people should be picking this one up. New issue of Ultimates 2, one of the few books that's not rolling out every 2 weeks, but it's been really solid. And last but not least, Darth Maul #2 is your Star Wars book of the week. Super sold out of #1. We'll be getting a couple more issues back in if you get here quick. Goes without saying that Darth Maul is one of the most popular characters, certainly the most popular character of the prequels. Great news, great week for all the DC guys too. Big week for this guy, like always. It's your latest issue of Detective Comics, the book that started it all, the book the company's named after. Like I say, it's always a good week for this guy. I love when Batman Beyond and Batman 66 roll out in the same week because it's a great example of the wide range that DC does with this character. Also, this one, him teaming up with Wonder Woman 77, is about one of the best ideas in comics in a long, long time. Grab the first issue if you haven't already, because this book's genius. And speaking of team-ups and speaking of cool use of Batman, here he is with the TMNT. Teaming up in the Batman Animated Series universe. Again, if you've been holding out on this one, you're missing out. Grab that first issue and dive into the fun. And Batgirl taking on the Penguin rounds out your Bat stuff. But when you see Detective Comics, you know it's Legacy Week. We got Action Comics number 976. Can't say enough about how popular the super stuff's been lately. Totally sold out as Superman 1819, Action 975. If you don't know what's going on in the super books, you should grab this one this week and check it out. And Wonder Woman rounds out your Legacy books for the week in her 75th anniversary. Good stuff there. Kyle Rayner finds his way back to Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. That's your Lantern book of the week. Flash, DC's big TV star. Everybody's always happy to see a new issue of Flash. Suicide Squad with these awesome covers by my man John Romita Jr. Everybody knows I'm a big JR fan. Cool Harley cover there. Teen Titans starts a new story arc this week with Aqualad. Good stuff. Deathstroke, Blue Beetle round out your DC stuff, unless you count Hellblazer, your formerly Vertigo book of the week. There are no Vertigo books this week, but, well, Hellblazer comes close because it's got hell real big on the cover. Doom Patrol. It's one of your Mother Panic books this week. Dig me some Doom Patrol. This book kind of invented weird. Fun stuff there. And Mother Panic is your other Young Animal book of the week. And last but not least is Future Quest, your Hanna-Barbera book of the week. Really been encouraging you guys to check out Future Quest and Scooby Apocalypse, the Flintstones, all the good stuff they've done. Next week we're going to get a bunch of crossover one-shots like Harley Quinn and the Banana Splits. Super awesome. Great week for the DC guys. And as always, a good week for everybody else. Buffy the Vampire Slayer gets a new issue as she enjoys her 20th anniversary this week. Or maybe it was last week. Everybody knows I'm a big Whedon fan. You're probably a big Whedon fan too. Hard to believe it's been 20 years since she first started spiking Bamps. Good stuff. And Rebels starts a second series. Grab the trade paperback if you didn't read the first one. Cool old school war comic right there. Reborn is your Image book of the week from Mark Miller. Can't say enough about this one. Image has a whole new wave of red hot books right now, like this one, Monstrous, Paper Girls. There's all kinds of them. I've got reprints, probably a 9th printing of Reborn #1 if you happen to miss out. Really encourage you guys to check this out. Read more about that one in our newsletter. Birthright and Curse Words are two other big books that they've got these days. Stray Bullets is my Image book of the week because I love me some David Lapham. I can hardly even show you that picture that he's got on the cover. This book is dark, sick, and twisted, but it is really, really well done. Been a fan of David Lapham's for a long, long time. Magdalena has a new first issue. She starts a new series again. And Underwinter is your first issue, Gotta Have It Image book of the week. Big week for those guys. The Spirit, with this cool Francavilla cover. It's my Dynamite book of the week because I love anything from Will Eisner. If you don't know enough about Will Eisner, you really should do some homework. One of the all-time greats. And Kiss is my other Dynamite book because that's an awesome photo cover right there of the hottest band in the land. Star Trek and Green Lantern is my IDW book of the week. Well, my DC IDW book of the week. They've been doing a great job with these Star Trek team-ups. Star Trek Planet of the Apes. This is the 2nd volume of Star Trek Green Lantern. Good stuff. Judge Dredd Deviations is my other IDW book of the week because I don't talk enough about Judge Dredd. Bloodshot starts a new series this week, as well as Exo Manowar getting a new series as well from our friends at Valiant. I was a big Exo fan back in the day. I was really stoked that they brought him back in the new Valiant. Really anxious to start reading the current series. Always encouraging you guys to have a Valiant book on your list, and this week is a great place to start because Bloodshot and Exo are two of their very, very best characters. And it's a great week for all the all ages stuff too. new issue of Cars, and a new issue of Frozen. Gets all your Disney little ones covered. Always talking up what a great job different publishers do with all of this Disney stuff. That's fun. And Simpsons comics, also always talking up what a great job Bongo does with Simpsons and Bart Simpson, Futurama, all their one-shots. If you love the show, you'll love the comic. Steven Universe is probably your all-ages book of the week because you love some Steven Universe. But I got to mention some Looney Tunes, because it just doesn't get any more classic than Looney Tunes in comics or cartoons or anything else. Love me some Looney Tunes. Scooby-Doo Team Up has Scooby with Martian Manhunter. Had to show you that one because Martian Manhunter is awesome. And My Little Pony is your all-ages book of the week because you love the ponies. Great week. Lots of good books out there. Lots of good jump-in points. Lots of good chances to try out something new this week. That's all we got for you for this week. You can check us out at Facebook. Check us out at blackcatcomics.biz. Check out our cool YouTube channel. Check out our podcast at soundcloud.com. Or just get on down here to Rockin' Milpitas. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.